Hey girl, are your healthy habits all over the place or non-existent? Do you wish you could find true food freedom, move your body for joy, and really just talk a little nicer to yourself? If you have tried to habit hack your health, but the strategies you've tried just haven't worked for you in your busy lifestyle, then this podcast is for you. Hey, I'm Emily Nichols, habit and fitness coach, behavior change specialist, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. Hey, I am here to tell you there is an easier way than what we've been taught about our health and our habits. How do I know? Well, because I've transformed my own life through habit hacking, and now my family gets the best of me, and I now help my clients do the same. I'm now going to teach you how to create healthy habits in less time, guilt-free for all seasons of your life. It's not your fault your habits haven't worked, my friend. We just have to do them differently. So, are you ready to feel empowered and transform your habits and life? Then let's do this. Hey gang, welcome to Habit Hack Thursday. Today we are talking about BHAGs. What is a BHAG? It is a big, hairy, audacious goal. Man, I have really done some big, hairy, audacious goal setting and taking action on that, or contemplating or thinking about it and not taking action as well. But goal setting and creating really big, hairy, audacious goals for yourself is really going to help build so much confidence in yourself and empowerment, and it just snowballs from there. Trust me, I know from experience. Now, a lot of times we won't go after these big, hairy, audacious goals. We'll set goals for ourselves that are really easy to obtain, right? We're like, oh, I don't want to, you have that fear of failure. And let me tell you, you're going to fail sometimes in life. And I am a testament to that. I remember years ago when I was running a lot more, because I don't run much at all anymore. I put it out on social media, a big, hairy, audacious goal that I was going to run under a 2-hour half marathon. I put up an image, it said 1:59. I was like, I'm going to do it. Well, I didn't. I didn't. My legs cramped up. I was running this half marathon. I think the weather was poopy. It just wasn't in the cards for me. I didn't go into it training for it, in all honesty, in the right way. So a year later, I put it out there again to myself. I didn't share it with anyone else for accountability purposes. I was like, I am just going to do it, other than my husband, who is helping me train at the time because he is a runner. And I guess I was a runner too because I was running, but he had a plan for me. He's he knows what he's doing. And I ran under 2 hours. And that was such a big, hairy, audacious goal for me. And I didn't do it the first time I set that goal. But I did it again. And y'all, the momentum and that feeling from there was amazing. Also, a big, hairy, audacious goal, I had it for a whole year, was to become a HotWorks virtual instructor. I went through the whole audition process. I was taking notes. I was studying up for a whole year. As you know, I made it all the way to the final 15. And I wasn't selected. That was such a big, hairy, audacious goal. And it was so disappointing and disheartening because I could just see myself on those screens and being able to reach so many people through my love of fitness in a bigger capacity. And it really hurt. And I was like, well, what's the point of going after big, hairy, audacious goals if you don't reach them? Well, in honesty, you're going to learn a lesson along the way. You're going to have time for reflection, which I've had. This was over this past summer. And I will be, P.S., auditioning again. I had so many wonderful folks reach out and, friends from HotWorks across the nation be like, we're so sad you didn't make it. We hope you audition again. And I am. And I've learned a lot about myself, and I've learned a lot about me as a fitness instructor, and me as how I present myself, and me as far as confidence goes. And it's a big, hairy, audacious goal to go after this again next year. Will I get it? I sure hope so. I believe in my heart of hearts, God was just saying that wasn't the time for me. Now, as we're going into the new year, I know I'm already starting to think of goals, right? I know this is only like the end of September. I'm already thinking about 2024 and streamlining what my core values are and my goals and working backwards from there. And I'm going to set some big, hairy, audacious goals for myself, and I want to challenge you to do so as well. Now, like I said, big, hairy, audacious goal is a term used commonly like in the business world as strategic planning. It was this concept was really made popular by the authors Jim Collins and Jerry Porras in their book Built to Last: Successful Habits of Visionary Companies. And the purpose of a BHAG is to inspire and motivate people, whether it's business or personal context. Actually, when I was at the HotWorks convention competing for a spot to be an instructor, they actually brought up BHAGs as well. But it really encourages you to think big, pursue ambitious objectives, work together to achieve them. Now, when you're creating your big, hairy, audacious goal, which I'm going to challenge you to think of one to do next year, it should be in line with SMART goals, which means it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, right? Which habit tracking and all the habit strategies that we teach can help you do that. And it should be adapted to you and what is personal to you. What are your priorities? And working towards these ambitious goals will not only benefit you and your health, because we're going to be talking about this in the context of health today, as usual, but it's also going to empower you to balance your life as a busy, crazy working mom more effectively, right? So we're going to talk about this in the context of personal healthy habits. Of course, you can do BHAGs for your own work and professional goals as well. I know I do that as well. I have a big, hairy, audacious goal for podcast downloads for this year that I set, and I think I might be close. I don't know. And same for like getting on other podcasts, and same for what we're doing with collaborations moving forward as well. And it's really scary and it's really exciting. But when it comes to personal health, I think it's important to set some BHAGs. So let's talk about it. Let's keep this in mind for the new year. So this is a long-term strategy, right? This is not going to be like short-term. It's very ambitious. It should be somewhat daunting in a way. So let's break down the characteristics of a BHAG. So big, the B. It's significant and substantial goal that goes beyond the ordinary. It's not something that can be achieved easily or quickly or even quietly. Hairy. The term hairy suggests that the BHAG should be challenging, perhaps even a little bit intimidating, and it's not simple or a straightforward goal. A is audacious. It's bold and daring. You should push the boundaries of what you currently thought is possible. And the actual goal of the G, the BHAG, is specific objectives that you set for yourself. So it's like the actual habits that you're doing over time to achieve that goal. It's meant to really just provide you like direction and focus. So let's talk about some BHAGs for your healthy habits. And like I said, you can customize this based on you. So number 1, complete a fitness challenge. So commit to participating in a challenging fitness event like a half marathon, a triathlon, Tough Mudder example. It will not only improve your physical fitness, but also really provide a clear target to work towards. I love folks creating goals to go after like a running goal or compete in a 5K or a race. I had a client I was working with once, and she just started registering for all these different 5Ks, and it was so fun. She wasn't going after like times or anything. She was just doing it to have fun and have something to work towards. And that was such a BHAG for her. Next, it could be master a new wellness skill. So choose a wellness skill that interests you, maybe yoga, meditation, meal prep, and commit to becoming a master at it. Okay, this can really positively impact not only your mental and physical health, right? This is something I'm personally doing. I am finishing up my yoga teacher training at the end of this year and hope to be teaching yoga in person in the new year, which I'm really excited about. And that's been really daunting. So that's one of my other BHAGs. I'm sharing a lot with you about my BHAGs today as well. Next one, a BHAG could be establishing a consistent self-care routine. right? This is hard. This is hard for us. It could be setting aside time each day for relaxation, mindfulness, hobbies that you enjoy, tracking it over time. Earlier this week, we talked about daily, weekly, and monthly goals. These are certain things that you could put inside of like the ultimate habit tracker and track these over time. Run a monthly mom's health challenge group, right? You see so many Facebook groups of like so many ladies doing the same things. Like when I was running, I was doing it with another group of ladies. We had our own Facebook group where we would post like accountability and what we were doing. And it was really great to meet other people, which was really intimidating for me back then. But also is a really great accountability piece. Lead by example for your family. Set a BHAG to become the healthiest version of you, to inspire and educate your whole family about the importance of health and wellness and taking care of yourself. That seems a little more of an idea in your head. The habits that you would be doing and habit hacking together, like in our accelerator program, for example, could give you the tools to do that. But having that to be like, this is who I am, and your habit identity and how you want to model that can be a really big BHAG each month that you want to track. Participate in a charity event. So choose a charity event like a walk or a bike ride and commit to raising funds while improving your physical fitness. I love this one. You could add that really good feeling to also creating some goals for your physical fitness. And this is so personal. This is so personal to you. So these are just some examples. Let's talk about this as a habit loop, playing off our episode earlier this week where we were talking about daily, weekly, and monthly habit tracking, or healthy goals that you want to habit track. A monthly habit loop around some BHAGs, right? It could be your cue, could be it's time for my monthly review. Your routine is you adjust your daily habits as necessary. So maybe your monthly review sits down and you're like, okay, I wanted to run so many miles or walk this many miles this month. Monthly review. Okay, I was tracking it. I did not meet that goal. The routine is you adjust it for it the next month. The reward is, okay, on the other side, it's relaxation. I know after I sit down and do my Sunday planning each week, which is what we recommend inside of our accelerator program, it's usually followed by like a cup of hot green tea and like scrolling like funny dog videos, right? Or even a treat associated with your BHAG, right? If you are running, maybe you get online and search for some new cute like running headbands or something like that. I'm obsessed with different headbands to work out in. So friends, I hope today inspired you. I just wanted to give you some ideas to start planting the seed now, thinking about the new year and setting some BHAGs for yourself, some big, hairy, audacious goals. Some of these might have seemed really small, but some of these may seem very significant to you depending on where you are at in your life and the season of life that you are in. I have some BHAGs for next year that I am looking forward to tackling and working backwards through tracking and my daily, weekly, and monthly habits to help me reach those goals, but also keeping in the back of my mind, I'm not afraid of failure, but if I do fail, it is okay. It is okay, because like I just, thank you for letting me be vulnerable earlier and sharing, that I have failed in the past, but also that's usually when the biggest comeback comes, is not the setback, the comeback. And so don't let past failures hold you back. Set those big, hairy, audacious goals and go after them, my friends, because more than likely it's going to empower you to do some pretty epic stuff in the new year. Okay, friend, I'll catch up with you next week. Hey girl, real quick before you go, did you know I have a secret podcast where I talk all about why most habit strategies don't work for us women? Spoiler alert, it's not our fault. Visit bit.ly/Atomic Habits for Women, it's linked in the show notes, to access my secret podcast series and have your biggest aha moment about why and how women have to do habits differently. And if you love the podcast, the number one way you can thank me is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way more mamas can find the show. Love and appreciate you, friend. We'll see you next time.